Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am your light keeper. I have returned.
And salutation.
Oh my, I hear a little bit of an echo. That's hilarious. Uh, but okay, it's gone. Uh, Once again, greetings and salutations. I am Okami, aka Hector Reyes, and I'm going to be your light keeper. After 2 years, we have finally returned and reunited with the circle of Hither and Yon. If you weren't here for the first season, I highly recommend that you go to the Pantsless Tables YouTube channel and watch our original 4 episode arc from 2024 to get to know these characters and some of the shenanigans that they're in. And spoiler alert, everyone lives. Let us once again, however, in case you weren't here, reintroduce ourselves. Uh, we're going to begin with Tomas. Please tell us who you are, your pronouns, who your character is, and his pronouns, and what their role in the circle is, and then popcorn it over to another member of the circle.
Excellent. Thank you for the introduction there. Hello, everyone. My name is Tomás Jiménez Rioja, and I am a game designer, writer, actual player, all sorts of things going around the internet. I am from Argentina, and my pronouns are he, him. I am playing today Don Enrique Puertos, which is a character from Borinque, this Latin American-inspired city that takes place in the Candela Obscura universe. That is pretty much a professor, a pretty scholar that is trying to find what is there to see amongst all the bleed and the weave of the obscure stuff that hides Candela Obscura. And that's pretty much why he was called to be part of the Circle of Hither and Yon. So let's continue going over there to Denver. Do you want to continue?
Hey y'all, I'm Denver, she, they pronouns. I am playing Agatha Payne, who is our party's muscle. She is basically just trying to see what and gain understanding of what could possibly lie beyond. And I'm gonna popcorn it over to Audie.
Hello, people of the internet. I am Adi MK. I go by Fab, he, him. And I am going to be here playing Kalki Samaira Iyengar, who is from Otherware and specifically from Ispatpur. She is a weird occultist, and she came to New Fair seeking answers about some things that she wanted to learn, and also to see how her family had an alliance with them back in Ispatpur. And so she came and was introduced to Don Enrique. To Don, what is his Don's name? Oh shit.
Don Augusto.
Augusto. So, comprised one of the founding members of the Circle of Hither and Yon.
And a quick clarification, Ispator is a creation of friend to the channel, Aman K, an incredibly talented game designer and actual play performer who created a fantastic setting inspired by India.
Mumbai.
Mumbai. In particular. Want to give Aman K kudos, and thank you so much, Aman K, for allowing me the privilege of continuing to celebrate this setting. Adi, who would you like to kick it to?
I should kick it over to Grayson.
That's me. Hi, I'm Grayson. I'm pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Lieutenant Harry Griffith, also known to some as Mr. Griffith. Usually his introductions are. We've got long history with us here at the table, but with Steve's new character, I guess the relationship is one of a mentor. What else is our introductions? I don't have socials.
That's all. That's
okay.
all.
Then that's me. Looking forward to seeing what shenanigans we get up to. Gotta get those scars.
Who would you like to pitch it to? Steve or Whitney?
Whitney.
Hey everyone, good to see everybody again. I'm Whitney Zahar, she, her, and I'm portraying Sienna Ballard, also she, her. She is the team's medium, and I'm a very large medium. I do have scars. We will go into that later. Sienna comes from a long line of Candela members in her family. And right now her mother is a light keeper and her father is in the 4th Pharaohs. Yay! And, well, you'll see what I get up to later. I'm just going to not say any more about that. I'll throw my socials out at the outro. Right now, I want to kick it to the newest member of our circle, our unsung silent hero, Steve.
Steve, yes.
Oh,
Is he the real Salim Shady?
I just realized that my audio was not being picked up on stream. So that's great. Good job on that, Steve. Luckily we just saw that. So all my intro is fucked, but hey, pretend I did a very cool intro here and clap for me. Thank you very much. All right, that's it.
I'm watching
done.
the stream. I can hear you.
Stream should hear me now, I think.
I could hear you when you were saying, like, I just unmuted it. I could hear you while you were saying that. So you should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay. Great intro here.
Never mind.
Playing Salim Shady, who is very much not shady. That's it. Yeah.
but he is the real Salim Shady.
He
has stood up.
Shady.
And he's okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm seeing your captions, and I was able to hear you, so I think you're good, technically.
Yeah, you're an amazing producer, even when you don't realize it. And so with that, we're going to go for this first episode. As we had left our circle at the end of season 1, scattered to the 4 winds, this first episode shall be a journey around the world, beginning in Ispator. But first, some content warnings. Colonialism, classism, blood, cultural appropriation, capitalist exploitation, queer alienation, and mentions of sex work. If you are not comfortable with these themes, please see to your mental health. Our feelings will not be hurt. The stream might not be for you. Otherwise,
Can you copy paste that and send it? On chat.
in the shadows of New Fair, cast by the scarlet light of its red lamp district, hide the hopes and dreams of those whose culture and spirit were stolen by the decadence of a crumbling empire. A legacy of theft, exploitation, and the callous extraction of precious resources from the heart and soul of those regions, dubbed Otherwhere. These souls know the truth behind the gilded histories of Oldwhere, even as they clean the homes and warm the beds of their descendants. New, industrious greed slithers in to maintain the chain of control in the hands of Newfair's privileged and elite via the twin blades of industry and profiteering in the aftermath of the Great War, bringing with them the poison of fallen Oldfair's alchemical blasphemies and wonders, extending across vast oceans to both the fragile, newly independent colonies of Oldfair and the powerful, ancient nations of Otherwhere. So standing as beacons in the dark, a circle, once scattered to the winds, returns to the ranks of Candela Obscura to protect those who live on the fringes of diaspora of Otherwhere. In the shadows that conceal these hopes and dreams, they will confront the consequences of planting those hopes and dreams in Oldfair's shadow as they produce poisonous blossoms fed by the obsidian blood of Oldfair's fetid heart. Once more begins the trial and tribulations of the circle of Hither and Yon. Assignment number 428, a dish served cold. And let us now journey to the streets of Ispator. Ah, it seems as if Adi is having technical difficulties. We shall wait in a few moments for Adi to return. As Kalki and Agatha, you are... Oh, there we go. Kalki's getting food from a street vendor right now. It's a few moments. Excellent. And so we begin in Ispator. Kalki, Agatha, you are both together in the winding, crowded streets of Ispator. You have in your possession the amulet of Cetus Ire, a beautiful golden bangle with a fire red ruby that is a cultural relic of your people, Kalki. Kalki, I want to ask you a question. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
As you approach the Golden Lotus chapter house of Candela in Ispator, can you describe to us what it looks like?
The Golden Lotus is actually, on its surface, it is a temple of the Baha'i faith. So it actually is a clay and glass structure which makes the shape of an actual blooming lotus. And there are tall roofs and swooping corridors around, lot of soft curves, not as many sharp lines. And there are people walking around in the meditation gardens. There would be people thronging in and out of the central, the worship, the chambers of worship, and in the back, in a central part of the temple, which is kind of really a little closed off to most others, entered through an area where the priests would be moving through. It is their area, but they know and to know that there are things that happen which keep the normal people safe. And they have an acceptance. They have an understanding with Candela.
Mm.
Yeah.
As you're making your way through, and Kalki speaks with the lightkeeper of this particular chapter house in their native tongue, and she remits this relic into their possession. Agatha, how do you feel? What emotions are going through your mind as you go through this place?
Sorry, hang on a moment. I got housemates.
Of
So,
course.
Agatha is relieved that the relic is being returned to its rightful place. She's a little sad as well because she remembers what happened in order for Kalki and herself to be able to bring it back. And she's also a bit curious about what else could be discovered and shared with the world, but not the way things once were. She is more interested in, as she said, finding out about the relics, having skilled craftsmen make replicas in the traditional style so that the original relics remain with the people that they belong to.
Lightkeeper Aja, a woman in her late 40s with deep, dark brown skin, wearing a beautiful silk and chiffon, vibrant golden sari, ornated with all sorts of bangles and jewels that make her stand out from the various somewhat pious uh, priestly attire that you described earlier, Adi. Takes your hands with gratitude. Thank you for returning this.
Technically, I would be older than her, right?
Yes, but because of your practices, you look younger than her.
Fair. I think she would just say, of course, this is part of the reason why I left our shores, to ensure that things that were robbed are restored to their place and not used for perverted new fair alchemy and nonsense.
Mm. Be wary. As she makes a respectful motion with her hand, she doesn't go all the way down, but she makes a motion towards your feet as a sign of deference and respect.
She'll quickly return, just do the retaliatory gesture of just patting the top of her head and
We, please, while you are here, be on your guard. There are people within the city, not necessarily of New Fair, but of our people, who possess greed in their hearts.
Are these the ones who are working with the Red Hand, pillaging our land?
I unfortunately must say yes. The Red Hand has its own members here, its own homegrown members that are working in concert with the ones in New Fair.
These people who do not understand the gravitas of history and culture.
All these children desire is power. And that is a universal no matter where we are. I exercise caution while you are in the city.
Worry not, sister. I have grown old, but I have not forgotten the ways of my people.
Good. You share a few more moments with the Lightkeeper, and the two of you are able to observe that she puts it away in a chamber that is connected to the four pharaohs underneath this temple. She assures you that it will be under lock and key and guarded day and night, and that to enjoy your time within the city as best as you can. When you leave the temple and you find yourselves in the crowded streets of the marketplace, various people haggling, various street vendors selling food, cloth, everyday items, pushed kind of to and fro. What do the two of you talk about? What is on your minds as you're making your way through the city?
I think Kalki's arm would very much be entwined around Agatha's arm as well. Being the lady to the mask, but she's just quiet, comfortable in that silence that old friends have. But also, she when they stepped out of the place after having handed it over, she would have smiled at Agatha and given just a warm squeeze of the arm that she had.
Agatha, you're feeling this warm squeeze. You're in a different land. This is something that you've expressed that you love. Travel, exploring. When your incredibly sharp eyes spot a familiar face distant in the crowd, smirking, as you catch, maybe about 15, 20 feet away, standing within the crowd, Oscar Wright, staring at you. What do you do?
I will very subtly nudge Kalki. For clarification, would Oscar be at like a 1 o'clock position compared to Kalki and myself?
Yes.
I will very quietly say, Kalki, I do believe we have a problem at 1 o'clock.
She would subtly look over in that direction. Do I see that it is like, and remind me and maybe the viewers who Oscar Wright is?
Oscar Wright was a close contact of Agatha Payne. He was a debonair socialite and hobbyist adventurer who's a member of the Red Hand, an organization of collectors of magical relics and antiquities. Unlike Candela Obscura, where Candela is interested in repelling the darkness for the benefit of the common man, the Red Hand are only interested in profit and power.
And Oscar was unalived last season.
Yes, last you had heard, Oscar had been shot dead by your brother in an act of self-defense to protect Sienna.
Yep.
Now that is concerning. Did we confirm that it was his body that was observed by your brother?
No. At least not the two of you. The only individuals that laid eyes on the dead body were Sienna and Atticus.
Well, let us keep forward. Let us not let him. Has he caught your eye? Does he know?
When your eyes dripped over there, Kalki, you can see that he's watching. And as you look at him, a courier on a bicycle carrying a large amount of packages on his back drives past him, and he's gone.
Well, clearly, the reprobate has knowledge that we are aware that he is stalking us like some tomfool, Dick and Hardy, or whatever it is that phrase goes.
We should let the others know.
Well, the only way right now is a cable, which I believe will still take some time, will it not?
Are you heading back to your safe house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not directly. We're going to take a detour just in case we're being tailed.
Okay. Excellent. All right.
No, I'll get Datu, who is my cycle rickshaw guy. He's like the craziest cycle rickshaw guy in all of Isparpur.
Okay. All right.
It's like we can do a full action movie montage, like, you know, where this guy in a cycle rickshaw just evades everybody.
Okay. All right. Give me a. Hold on. I feel like we should get a roll for this. Give me a sway roll, Kalki, to represent you flagging down your friend. It's low stakes.
It's a gilded 3.
Gilded 3. Okay. It takes some time. The city is absolutely crowded. At a certain point, a parade comes through for a festival that you had completely forgotten was happening today. But
Damn
you eventually, yes, yes. And it is almost sundown by the time that you get to your safe house.
This is the Golden Lotus.
No. This is where you're actually sleeping. So the Golden Lotus is the chapter house of the Candela. This is where your accommodations are. You were given a separate
Oh,
safe house by Candela where you can stay, specifically from an old circle mate of yours. As you're getting out of your taxi, as it were, I want to ask you some questions about the person that you're staying with, if you would indulge me.
I ain't never gonna say no to you, Poppy.
Amar Sadi, who you have known for a very long time, who was a member of your first circle.
Mm.
Why did you turn down his marriage proposal?
Because despite all of his passion, what is his name? Amar.
Amar, yes.
Amar. Despite all of his passions, Amar Sadi did not want me. He wanted a wife. And I will never just be one of those things.
Ah. Okay. You step into the hostel that you and Agatha have been staying in, provided to you by Amar. It is dead quiet. There are no lanterns lit. There are no electrical lights switched on. It is completely silent. The door is cracked open.
The scar, which is a swirling twindle of black, what should be ink, but it is like a matte jet kind of black pool of like kind of starts swirling, and the tendrils kind of start smoking in the air. She's trying to sense what the fuck, because this should not be happening.
Go ahead and give me not a sense roll. Actually, what would you like to roll? It's definitely for intuition. Survey, focus, sense.
I would like to do sense.
You want to do sense? All right. You're reaching out with your abilities to try and sense if there's anything supernatural or bleed related going on in this moment. So go ahead and give me a roll.
All right.
I'm going to say this is high stakes.
All right. I got a 6.
Yeah. First roll of the game.
Yes.
I mean, so I have a pool. I have a pool. It's a 4, 5, and a 6.
No, it's all good. 6 is what you need.
Cool.
You immediately have the scent of blood fill your nose. You can see a fading aura of life puttering and blinking away, and you can feel tendrils and traces of bleed having come through this place. And then That guides your eyes to the floor, and you can see a pool of blood expanding outward from under the cracked doors opening.
I will point in that direction to Agatha as I pull out my blade, my kathar, and I have it prepped, and I'm starting to inch in that direction.
It gleams with the same blue fire, setting a ghastly pale glow over the front porch. Agatha, what do you do in this moment?
I will first. I will unsheath my knives and fall in step with Kalki, the way I've been trained to do from the war.
The door opens and it stops. You are able to kind of weave yourself in quietly and subtly, but you can hear the splish, 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 splish of a puddle of blood against your shoes as you make your way into the shadowed room. The light from your katar illuminates, and you see a ghastly sight as there is Omar on the ground, sprays of blood against all of the walls. You see injuries, all too familiar injuries from the claws of La Chupacabra, all over his body. Blood is spurting out of his mouth as he is still alive, but barely.
I run forward.
I also run forward. My nurse's training kicking in.
You, in this moment, are able to stabilize him, but I will be honest with you, Agatha. There is no need to roll. He will die of these wounds. If you had gotten here any sooner, but in this moment, all you can do is give him peace as you feel the cold of a morphine bottle in your hand. Kalki. Kalki.
Amar, what happened, old friend?
There's a beast. A beast like it. I have seen you. You have to protect my son. He's in New Fair. Please.
Amar, stay with me. I am going to begin a ritual. Just stay with me a few minutes. I can bring you back.
What?
And she's going to immediately kind of like, get him onto her lap, and she's going to start making a ritual, the circle of protection. Soaks one body mark for the person within. So I think like one. I was in the hope that would like so the ritual. It says when I have a few minutes to prepare, you may take a bleed mark to perform a ritual on yourself or an ally. Circle of protection soaks one body mark for the person within. Reinvigorate refreshes one resistance, or remote viewing one moment.
I will say this. Do not take the bleed mark.
Okay.
As you begin the first few moments of the incantation, you can see the light in his eyes fade. Agatha, do you give him peace in this moment? Or do you let Kalki try?
I will look to Kalki for a moment and put a hand on hers. I'm sorry. It will not work. And then I will give Amar peace.
Listen to me, you silly old man. I am going to look after him. I will find him. Do you understand me? And he like holds his face.
He takes one deep, relieving breath as the opiate flows into his system. And your friend is gone.
Slowly, she
Later,
would close
yes,
his eyes and make a quick prayer. Yeah. Kind of not distraught, not just like, yeah, I don't know. Almost not apathetic also. I don't know. It's a very strange headspace.
We should and return home.
I
I'm sorry, Kalki. I know you cared deeply for him.
He was a friend. He may have been more, but as it seems to be a theme in my life, the important men seem to get something about me wrong, one way or the other.
I wouldn't say that.
She just
You do still have Lieutenant
she,
Griffin.
she, she turns to you and just like, bombastic side eye roll.
there,
You do still have Harry. And you do still have Don Augusto. And
Miss
Don Enrique.
Mr. Griffith and I will have our conversation when we meet. If Mr. Griffith deigns to allow me the ability to take care of myself as an adult woman, of course.
Well, if he's not willing, I can always have a word with him on your behalf.
See, why couldn't I have been loving with you, Agatha? It would have so much things would have been so much simpler.
the levity of this moment helps both of you hold on. If you could both make me.
Do I remember
Actually,
his son's
I think-
name?
Yes, Salim.
That little brat. Did you know I had changed
Steve, I'm gonna kick your butt if we ever meet in person.
I changed his diapers many times. Do you know that? He peed in my face.
Oh, goodness. Well, then, you certainly have ways to embarrass him, as an auntie should.
I will say the rest of the hostel is a horror show. It is deeply disturbing as everyone else that either was a resident or an employer met a similar grisly fate.
Is there still traces of bleed around?
Fate. And they are exactly the kind of traces that would be left behind by a chupacabra. Both
I
of you take a brain.
We take a brain.
Yes.
from the stress, and
Yes.
I have a bleed containment vial on me.
Mhm. Absolutely.
I am going to get a sample of it.
No.
You get a sample. And the final moments that we are going to share with Kalki and Agatha is that of a courier coming upon the two of you as you flee this hostel with your belongings. And it's a letter from New Fair. It's Atticus. And with that, for now, we will say farewell to Kalki and Agatha and the city of Itzbator. Yes, absolutely. And now we are going to be jumping to the Isle of Serenity. Few moments. There we are. Our camera moves us around across the vast map of the Fairlands. We find ourselves in a beautiful, mist-shrouded isle of Serenity, far in the water north of New Fair. But we're not in a bumpkin fishing town. No, we are in the vibrant port city of Uldun. Uldun has old buildings dating back to the Empire of Old Fair, modern streetways, cars, businesses, and robust trade with New Fair and occasionally places from otherwhere. It is in this bustling capital city of the Isle that Sienna and Agnes have been making a life. We see a beautiful, lovely brownstone, and in the window is Sienna writing and going over a library ledger as for the past few months, Sienna has been spending her time working as a librarian at the Oldham Municipal Library. As the camera leans into the window and from the window lingers on Sienna, what is Sienna writing? What is she looking over? Is it inventory? Is it a journal? What is it that Sienna is doing for the library in this moment?
I am transcribing a bit of some archival material, mostly from the rather interesting ramblings, as some would say, but rather interesting journal and diary entries of a poet who had, it looks like, ties to Old Fair.
Really?
Yes. Now, I didn't say how old this poet was. This poet was said to be from the last century. However, this poet seems to claim memories and ideas about Old Fair that he would not have, that they, I say they, I will not reveal gender or lack thereof. It is, they have memories and recollections of Old Fair that no ordinary person would have. So not only am I making this transcription down for the library, I'm also keeping a second transcription set. Mm-hmm.
Could I have a roll from you? A roll, a revelatory roll. Something about this poet has caught Sienna's eye, that has caught her curiosity beyond normal on this particular evening as you're looking through these old transcripts, creating new ones, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to roll? What do you,
I'm thinking that might be a sense roll.
Sense? You want to dig into the supernatural then?
Let us just say that ever since I was forced, yes, I said forced, into Candela, completely against my will, let us just say that I'm sort of leaning more into it.
All right.
And my accent is now more of the Isle of Serenity because that is where I am from, technically.
Spending a lot of time with your grandmother.
Yes, grandmother Maeve.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yes, I will roll 3 dice and one is gilded.
Okay.
And I actually got a 5 on the gilded.
5.
So mixed success.
There are stories, tales, accounts that you have read about specifically in Don Agosto's books from Candela that speak of immortal alchemists from Old Fair. Who the process has vanished from history, but they have not. You specifically remember reading an account of a group known as the Circle of Tide and Bone had come upon one of these immortal alchemists.
Yes.
And you have a feeling, you don't have proof, but you have This feels like the first piece of evidence to possibly tracking one of these immortal entities. But you don't know where to go next, reflecting the mixed success of a 5.
That's fair. Right now, Sienna kind of looks at the pages, adjusts her glasses. She is coming to wearing more spectacles recently. There's nothing at all wrong with her vision, but she has found ways to camouflage the physical scar upon her person. Atticus, bless his heart, he created a pair of contact lenses for me that make my eyes look maybe not my normal eye color, but close enough. And in terms of the scarring that makes it look like I've got breakage around my eyes, I tend to wear spectacles, and that sort of cuts it down. So I found ways to camouflage amongst the streets, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I just basically look at what I've written for a moment, and then I think I'll keep that to myself for a little while. No need to get everybody tightened. No need to get everyone's underwear out of joint. Not just yet.
You say that, and almost on time with that moment of speaking to yourself, the front door opens, and there's a blast of chill wind from the outside, as Oldun is a port city. So the marine layer has come in, and Atticus, just in his outer coat and scarf and hat, comes in from work. Oh, it's a cold day out there.
It is that. I close everything and put everything, stack the volume with reverence upon the archival tray that I use, and close up my handwriting. I stuff both journals in my tote bag, in my little bag. Rough day at the office.
Oh, always. You're sounding more and more like a local every day, as he takes off the scarf, puts it up,
and you are doing nothing to adapt to that. Come on.
Well,
I can't have an uncle.
Agatha and I were raised in the streets of New Fair, and we're going to sound like individuals raised in the streets of New Fair.
You're lost, I suppose.
He goes over to the fireplace and starts stoking it up a little bit more, as he's just kind of he is cold, you can tell, heading out there. He is working at as a journalist at
really?
He's working at the Oldun Gazette, writing stories about mysterious happenings as kind of a way to maintain Candella's work out here, but also make enough money to pay rent.
Anything newsworthy today?
No, thank goodness. Nothing strange at all, but I've been keeping my eye out. How about you? Find anything in the archives worth taking back to New Fair?
Maybe. Don't know. I'm just reading. It's right now a lot of poetry. I mean, it's gorgeous, but
Well, we both know, as he starts setting up and making some tea. Well, we both know good and well that all manner of spells and enchantments and strange goings on are concealed in poetry. So I think you're looking in the right place.
Well, you've certainly learned a lot about the ways of such things after being such a newbie. Well,
I mean, I had to, especially with everything that we've been through.
You don't really have to. You need peace.
I do have peace, And he heads over and kind of holds you in his arms and says, "Being with you puts me at peace."
You have a very weird definition for pace. And that's another scar that I have is I say unsettling truths.
Well,
Sorry,
oh,
just calling it like I see it.
of course. And it's at that.
Oh, I go over and I pinch his cheeks like, oh, don't get so dour. Come
And as
on.
you like pinch his cheeks and say, "Oh, don't get so dour," a blackness starts to drip over his face.
Oh, you don't say.
Darkness starts to seep into the edges of your vision. He's not moving. He can't sense it. And all of a sudden, the room, as it gets consumed by shadows and then the shadows disappear, the room transforms into something else. You find yourself in what looks to be some sort of maybe a hospital room of some kind as you're looking around and you see Harry standing there covered in sweat, holding onto his rifle, looking harried at something behind you. What do you do?
First off, is this Harry as I know him now, or is it Harry as he was back when he was back there?
Now, as you know him now,
Do I recognize the hospital?
You give me a focus roll. This is going to be high stakes because you're in the middle of like a really intense vision.
Excellent. All right. I'm going to give myself an intuition drive.
Mhm.
So I will be rolling 3 dice, and one is gilded. And that is a 5.
A 5? Okay. You are trying to focus and it gets very, very sharp for a moment, and you take a brain as suddenly you feel yourself going into like sensory overload, trying to look at all of the details. But what you do get is that there is a desk nearby with a stationery on it that says specifically St. Michael's House.
St. Michael's House.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know St. Michael's House is specifically a hospice for PTSD, excuse me, shell shock veterans.
Ah. Ah. You don't say.
You can feel the warm breath of something against the back of your neck that Harry is looking at, as the vision kind of like when you like went in, it like it almost like it froze time for a moment when you did that, trying to figure out the hospital, and you can feel this and a drip, drip, drip of fluid roiling off of something that is behind you.
Do I know if this is real?
No, it feels real.
In that case, Hector, good light keeper, I am going to sort of reach under my collar and pull out that amethyst pendant and hold on to it as I turn around.
When you hold on to it and start to turn around, you hear Atticus's voice. It is faint, It is distant, almost like he's shouting at you from the bottom of a well.
Okay.
Sienna, what's wrong? Sienna, what's wrong?
Okay.
Yeah, like as
So,
soon as you put your hand around it, like it was almost like a, and you can sense that you're somewhere else as well. It's like you're in two places. You become sharply aware that this is a vision.
ooh, it's a premonition?
That is what you're feeling. It becomes
It's a premonition.
this before you could guess, before you could make that as an educated guess, but there's something about wrapping your fingers around this stone that's making it more apparent, that's making the clues more apparent, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. Do I get as I'm turning, as I say, kind of mumble under my breath, hold on, Atticus, give me a minute.
Oh.
And I want to see what is behind me.
You hear,
because I'm in the middle of turning around.
As you turn around, you hear a muffled, all right.
Just hold my hand.
And you look up, and there's this creature standing maybe about like 8 feet tall, black, long, gnarled limbs, wicked looking claws. If you could call them claws, they're more like fingers that end at a point. And it has like a long extended mouth, like a snout, almost like a dog or a wolf. And it is just covered in like solid. It's very similar to the chupacabra.
Okay.
It is covered in this black ichor, and there are these tentacles coming out of the maw that have like almost like little like squid like pseudopods at the end of them. And it has these in lieu of a tongue. And its eyes are human. And its eyes, it flashes out, and you see your father, Mr. Ballad.
Ooh.
And it's his eyes. What do you do?
All right, then. I kind of stare like this, still holding my necklace, and I think right now I'm also feeling through the fog of the premonition, I'm feeling Atticus's hand curl into mine, which is keeping me grounded. And as I look deep into the monster's eyes, and I say, "Oh, Da, you're being naughty again. Pull me out, Atticus."
And the creature lunges out at you, and you feel like a pinprick on your hand, and you collapse into Atticus's arms, your legs just give out, like you don't know why, like your whole body just kind of goes limp. And he's like, "Whoa, what happened? What did you see? Why did you pull out that stone? What?"
I cling. I hold on to Atticus for a moment. I'm like,
he puts you onto a comfortable chair right near the fire,
and I
kneels in front of you, concerned.
I shake my head. It's like, I'm okay. I'm all right. And I tuck the necklace back under my collar, and I squeeze Atticus's hand, and I say, "Thank you for that. I'm still getting the hang of these premonitions and visions." But I was at St. Michael's house, and Uncle Harry was there, and there was something behind me, and I described the monster, and I say, it had my father's eyes. I think something's going on with Dad. So I need to contact. Yeah.
We need to go to New Fair.
Yes. So let's send a cable to Don Augusto first and tell him to guard the fourth Pharos.
Absolutely, and I'll write a letter to my sister and let her know what's going on. I think
Do you think a letter will find her in time?
I don't know, but
do your best. It's okay. She'll get there when she gets there. They'll all get here when they get there. I'm also going to send a quick letter, a quick missive to Burinke.
Yes, they should know what's going on. Your mother and the others there should know what's going on.
And I'm going to call Uncle Harry.
I'm so sorry, Sienna. I knew
Why?
the other shoe was going to drop eventually.
What other shoe? What have you been worried about?
I've been hearing rumors.
And you didn't tell me?
I couldn't get any confirmation.
What have you heard?
That the Red Hand is making moves.
What else is new? Must be Tuesday.
Against us.
Us in particular. Well, isn't that entertaining? And I'm sort of I reach up and play with the chain around my neck and say, oh then, looks like we need to get our weapons in hand, don't we?
And the camera slowly pans back from Sienna playing with the chain as this strange stone and its purple glow casts her face in an eerie violet light. And so we leave Serenity in this moment and move across the ocean, beautiful blue waves, to an island covered in green and vibrancy, drums playing, the smell of fresh lechon, spiced pork in the air, and we travel to the Isle of Borinque. My friend Steve, let's go to Borinque. Hola, hola. Hello, hello.
Hello.
It is a beautiful, beautiful, warm night in Borinque. Lourdes and Don Enrique have both been assigned the midnight patrol of the City of the Dead near the old fort. The vast, beautiful mausoleums, statues, and grave markers that surround the old fort. It is tradition for those of the Borinque chapter house to ensure that no spirits, malignant gods, or ghosts cause problems around. So you're both on this evening walk, both with enchanted lanterns at your sides to protect you and banish bleed. Don Enrique, what has life with Lourdes been like since you remarried and decided to settle here with Dr. Ballard as your lightkeeper and leaving New Fair behind?
Well, since I got here to Borinque, my life has changed a lot for the better, I would say. And Don Enrique has just tried to have as best of a life as he could, while at the same time keeping his own secrets. Even though a marriage is all about communication, there's an aspect that he can't fully get to talk with Lourdes. And that is what happened to their son, Jorge. And Don Enrique has already lost Lourdes once. He would never like for him to lose her again to these dark forces behind the weave. So he has been doing a lot of investigation of his own here in Morinque, as well as importing books from New Fair
Mm-hmm.
to here to continue his investigation. He has been trying to get some work as well as a professor one more time because he has a bit of that love for teaching.
Absolutely. Dr. Ballard would have introduced you to people of the University of Borinque and gotten you an opportunity to lecture and teach there.
Excellent. And as well, all the different theses that appear on there are of use to him to continue his investigations and see what normal people think of the occult and all the different things that happened in the past in these lands of Moringa, as well as all the different dangers that we endured last season.
Don Enrique, it has been strangely. I cannot tell you, and I will not presume to tell you how Don Enrique would feel. But Borinque is different. Even the learned people here are different. It is as if you had spent so much time in New Fair you had forgotten from your childhood that people here believe. They believe. They don't just know like they do in New Fair. They believe. They know that spirits inhabit everything in this world. They know that there is darkness and that these things must be appeased. Gods of sickness, disease, hate, and it is important that they be given their offerings so they do not plague the community. Something that the Ascendancy put a stop to. And it has done nothing but bring chaos and darkness to this island for the past 200 years.
Excellent. Okay.
How does this make Don Enrique feel being around people who don't think you're crazy?
At first, there's this moment of disbelief, not fully understanding, and being like a fish out of water. But as time keeps going, he starts to remember that nostalgia of everything in the past, how it used to be, how the offerings used to be laid in front of certain places so that the dangers didn't come to ruin someone's life. Maybe make some offering or some chanting for La Llorona, or make sure that you leave the offering so the chupacabra doesn't come to your countryside.
Mm-hmm.
That is very normal here in Borinque. But as of now, I stay here in the cemetery where I am walking with Lourdes, and just I wouldn't say that I am living a double life with Don Enrique, but I am trying to have my own moments as well so that I can keep her out of all the danger, if possible.
As you're walking, Lourdes turns to you and says, I went with some circle mates to the southern part of the island, mi amor, and I think I have discussed this with La Doctora Ballard, and I believe that some of the locals are being forced to create relics for the Red Hand, para la mano rojo.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, the conch shells that the ivory mask is made of have incredibly powerful properties.
Do I know how much of an influence the Red Hand has in Borinke at the moment?
Light, very light
Light.
influence.
Okay.
Yeah, they use the port to smuggle objects from other places of otherwhere, because as we established last season, Borinke is like a waypoint. It's kind of
Yes.
the halfway point between like the other continents of otherwhere and New Fair. And you know, if you're heading south, Borinke has the biggest port, you know, and has only recently become independent, because it used to be under New Fair's umbrella. It's only since the end of the war that Borinke
Yes,
has
that's right.
stood on its own as a republic.
Okay, what is that you heard specifically about this Mano Roja, this Red Hand?
We came upon a murder of one of the local shamans. I had thought perhaps it was religious extremists that might have done it from the Ascendancy, but it looks like he might have been murdered by a chupacabra.
Chupacabra, you say?
Yeah. We asked the locals if any strange people had been around, and they said that un hombre blanco, a white man, had been spotted coming to and fro, most likely from New Fair.
There's usually some procedures that are held so that these chupacabras don't come to attack us. Maybe they were uninformed. Or maybe there is something else happening behind the scenes.
It just, too many coincidences, mi amor. Too many coincidences. Too similar to what happened with con que pasó con Don Agosto.
Yes, I shall investigate this further, mi amor. Do you want to come forth? I'm sure your help will always be appreciated in the scene.
She smiles and looks up at you with adoring
And I
eyes.
just love having you beside me. I take her hand.
And at that point, her eyes suddenly go completely black. You can see through the incredibly sheer veil that she always wears, except for when the two of you are alone. Alone inside.
Yes.
Her eyes go solid black. Her knees buckle underneath her, and she drops her lantern. You hear
Did this
the
ever
glass
happen before?
shatter. Yes, but rarely. You know, like it's become less and less. Let me rephrase that. It's becoming more and more frequent.
I'll rush and grab her by her shoulders.
You grab her, and then she's reaching out her hand. She's seeing something. You don't know what she's seeing, but as she's reaching her hand out and saying, "Where am I? What is here? What is?" You see, out of the corner of your eye, a mist roiling in through the city of the dead, between all of the cobblestones, all of the headstones and statues, and stepping out of the statues and from the ground, blue apparitions of the dead, slowly rising and heading towards you.
Like specters, like
Specters,
ghosts.
yes.
Okay, I am grabbing her and say, no. And I try to take her to the side and see everything from a different perspective.
Your bleed meter is going, your bleed detector that you have.
I was about to say that, yes.
Yes, is, what does it look like, Don Enrique?
I have this ring, particularly, that I had on my...
The ring is spinning. It's spinning. It's almost as if like her, give me a sense roll.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this is high stakes because you've never seen this many
Yes.
specters all
Feels-
at once rising.
Sense, you said, right?
Yes. Unless you feel that there's another more appropriate role.
No, definitely sense is the right one here. That's 1.
Okay. All right. You your bleed detector is just going around and around, and suddenly you just feel overwhelmed as you take one bleed, as whatever vision she's having is causing the latent bleed of the city of the dead to just rumble and bubble up to the surface. She
Okay.
reaches you said you were picking her up, so I don't want to stop you from doing that. You want to
I'm
pick
just
her up,
grabbing her and pulling her to the side.
putting her to the side. Okay.
Yes.
She reaches over and she puts her hand on your cheek, and all of a sudden, the blackness starts to cover the specters and then the stones. And as the blackness and the shadows peels away, you are in a room somewhere in like a hospital kind of place. There's a desk. You see Harry looking like covered in sweat with one of his gun, breathing heavily. Taking
Harry,
and
what is going
getting
on?
ready to raise his rifle at something that is behind you. And Lourdes is there, clinging onto you, looking at what is behind Harry. What do you do in this moment?
I immediately start to chant some warding incantations, trying to protect us. That's something that has become sort of a thing that happens immediately whenever I start to feel this sort of bleed in my life.
Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead and give me what kind of roll would you like to make in this case?
I feel this wouldn't benefit me because I have no dots in it, but hide maybe?
Hide? I don't know. I'm feeling like, and this is me as your light keeper kind of pushing back. I think that control or focus.
Control could be the one. I will go with control.
Control, okay.
Let's see. That's again a 1. I'm not doing well today.
Okay. Would you like to use your resistance?
I can do that. Yes, that's right.
Okay, all right.
So that's using a drive, right?
No. Resistance is hold on, we did control, right?
I use control, yes.
Yeah, resistance is when you get to roll again to
right, yes. I forgot
push back against a consequence. You have 1 resistance per 3 drive.
Okay. For some reason, it is not showing me any resistances.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know if I lost it in last season and didn't get it back. Probably.
That's fine. Go ahead and roll it anyway.
Okay, so I roll again. It's a reroll, right?
Yeah, go ahead and roll again. Yes. I
have 2 drives.
What's your maximum drive in
Nerve?
Yeah.
2. That's why.
Okay. You don't have a resistance because you
I don't have
a drive.
No.
Okay.
So I don't roll again.
No, don't roll again. Okay. So
unlucky.
You're just unlucky. So you roll another 1, and I had and you did refresh everything, right? All of your wounds?
I did, yes.
You did, okay. You start chanting and chanting And then as you're chanting, you trip, and as you feel something cold and strange just go through you, almost like a wall of bleed, as you hear another glass shatter, and then the room gets darker, and you take a bleed and a brain as you realize your lantern, you kicked your lantern, and now you have no light protecting you and Lourdes from the incoming shades of the dead.
Okay.
And
I will like flip around the moment I'm falling to the ground to try to see the thing.
yeah,
face to face.
you see the back of this hulking creature, and blam, 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 as you see Harry like firing round after round, and the creature knocks Harry down and rises its claw, and you can see its face. It's the same, it's got a long snout, a maw. It's got, instead of a tongue, it has a whole bunch of like pseudopods, like tentacles coming out.
El Diablo.
Yeah, and its eyes look exactly like Mr. Ballard's, Sienna's father's eyes. And you see a vision. The creature disappears, and you see Sienna's father like punching Harry over and over and over, blood spattering away, and then the creature returns, and the creature is like putting its maw into like it, and like you can't see it, you can hear
Can I
it.
attempt to do something while this is going on?
Absolutely. What would
Okay,
you like
I'll
to
try
do?
to ram the creature, taking it down with Harry.
You go in, and you know what? I'm gonna say you do it. Don't
Okay.
roll. You go in, you ram the creature flies, slams into the side of the wall, and you see Harry there, just immobile, in shock,
Yeah.
covered in wounds, looking drained, and you see the light of life leave his eyes, and you hear a loud shout of Dr. Ballard's voice screaming at you, Don Enrique! And you are snapped out of it as you see Dr. Ballard, and all of the darkness like leaves, and once again you see that you're in the graveyard, and you see Dr. Ballard and 4 other members of the Borinque Candela chapter house arrive with lanterns and incantations, and have created a circle of protection around all of you, pushing away the shades. Don Enrique,
Okay.
what
I'm
do you
catching my breath
say?
still.
What do you say to Lourdes to wake her up?
Lourdes, and I try to go and move her a bit. Try to like see if there is any heat in her
Yeah,
skin.
no, there's heat. There's heat.
Okay.
She's sweating. She's like, Harry, we have to save Harry. I don't, Harry.
We will see what we can do about it. Please, just now relax. Try to get over it. We will get home and see what we can do.
And
I
then,
will contact Harry first moment in the morning.
do you promise?
I promise, mi amor. Please.
And then the darkness leaves her eyes, and her eyes turn back to what they were before.
The
She
previous times
exhales.
this happened, did I get premonitions as well? Or visions?
No, you feel like when she touched you, like with her hand, was when it happened. She's never done that before. She's never touched her face like that in the midst of her visions. Not like that.
Okay. So she shared the vision with me, is what I'm getting from this.
Yes. She looks up at you, her eyes turn to normal. She breathes, and then closes her eyes and falls into a deep, deep sleep. And as she falls into that sleep, the specters, all one by one, vanish into the mist and into the ground.
Okay, I'll stay there on the ground with Lourdes, trying to gently caressing her to calm her down.
Dr. Ballard says, everyone, back to the lighthouse, quickly. Help
What's
Don
happened,
Enrique
Dr.
and Lourdes. What's happened here? What's happened with you? She says as you're making your way back to the lighthouse.
We were just patrolling. We were not doing anything wrong. The ghost apparitions just started to emerge from the ground. There was nothing that I did for this to happen.
Okay, let's get back to the lighthouse. I'm going to examine her and see exactly what happened here.
Please. I can't lose her again.
We smash cut to later that morning. Lourdes is in a deep, quiet coma. You and Dr. Ballard are watching the morning light spill over the city of Santa Maria. Oh, no, Rosa. Santa Rosa? I'm trying to remember. What was the city? Hold on. Let me look at my notes.
I think it was Santa Maria.
Yes, it was the city of Santa Maria. Perdóname.
It was the Rosa Cielo, the ship, I think.
Yes, that's what it was. She looks at you and says, she's resting now, but I don't know how long this coma is going to be for.
I need to contact them. I need to see what's going on.
We will care for her. I will not leave her side, I promise.
Thank you so much.
But you need to go to New Fair if what you saw was true.
I definitely do. I need to see what is happening there. Just as a question there, did this creature seem similar to any from the things they normally study from the usual creatures from Borinque?
No. This creature seemed uniquely New Farin. The only thing that was similar was the kind of the dripping of the black ichor was similar to the chupacabra. But as you understand, that black ichor is not of Borinque. That black ichor is specifically something that is found in creatures of the flare.
Okay.
We will see about booking you passage, and I will get on the wire, and I will let Don Agosto know that you are on your way back.
Okay. Do we have any sort of immediate method of communication with Don Agosto?
You know we do. And she heads over to that golden telephone-like relic that you had seen last season.
Yes.
And she picks it up, spins the rotary a few times, and you watch it glow as the two of you immediately get a hold of Don Agosto. And with that, before we make our way to New Fair, let's take ourselves a little break. We'll be back in 10, 15 minutes. Get water, get a snack, and when we come back, we shall see what horrors await us with Harry, Salim, and New Fair. And we are back. We have arrived once again in the city of New Fair. We begin in a shooting range where Harry is teaching young Salim, the newest member of, or who will be, hopefully, the newest member of the circle of Hither and Yon, as the old circle all went their separate ways. But Don Agosto is still around, Harry is still around, and it's time to recruit some new talent. So, tell me, Harry, what about shooting are you teaching Salim? Kind of set the scene for us.
I'm teaching the young man that no matter how strange a problem seems, good old... I'm trying to remember the name of this city that we live in.
New Fair.
Okay, New Fair.
New Fair, yeah.
Good old New Fair gun steel usually gets the job done. A lot of the members of the Candela Obscura like to dwell in these realms of woo-woo magic. It's not clear if it works or doesn't work. It's a lot of, I think, calming the self. But I've been of the mind that a good gun can solve most problems. If you look at any of the records of our last set of assignments, a gun has solved most of the problems. So learning how to handle a gun, young Salim, is going to be to your benefit.
Okay, so explain to me what you mean by learn. Isn't it just point and shoot and then pew pew? Isn't that...
You're right. You're on the path there. There's a certain nuance, a science to it. Aiming, breathing, patience, taking your moment. So if you feel comfortable with this little pile of ammunition we've got here, I thought we'd try out this target range I've set up. And I can also help you learn some shorthand that we could use if we wind up in a fight. Because I haven't seen you in a fight yet.
Oh, I don't fight. I'm only here to talk. And if shit gets weird, I'm gonna book it. So if you want me to learn how to fight, that's gonna be like a whole other conversation, because I need incentive to be able to fight, right? I'm just here for the vibes. I'm not here for the guns. So.
Oh, all right. Well, the vibes often include some sort of strange monster. So I've since come to accept that there are things in this world that I haven't seen before, have been around for 7 decades. So there's some new things, and sometimes they won't just talk. Sometimes they need to be put down. So I just thought that you might not get the opportunity to talk, but you might get the opportunity to fire your gun.
7 decades? You barely look a day over 50. Also, if you want to put me down, you're going to have to put a few more drinks in me first.
As for the looking, Madam Kalki has me on a pretty regular schedule of moisturizing creams to make me not look so damn old, but I appreciate the intended compliment. So do you want to shoot the gun, or... Sorry, what was that?
Sure, but also you keep talking about this Kalki, that. Are you sure you're not in love with her?
Well, I think that relationships are a very complicated road, filled with all sorts of bumps. I think that we find ourselves at where we find... Why don't we shoot the targets? They look like they're ready to go down there.
So you get opportunity to fire some of these targets. Salim kind of figure it out. Harry's a very patient teacher. For the purposes of the audience watching, Salim, while you're kind of like focused on firing shots, is there somewhere that you would like to go while Salim is focused on the targets?
Sorry, somewhere I'd like to go?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so I was thinking, I set him up with a pile of, like, a small pile of ammunition, and I should explain my scar because that's visible. My fingertips are blackened, specifically called electrical aftermath. And he's got electrical burns up his arms, and then ashen fingers and hands. And that's kind of like, definitely, he's often wearing gloves, but when you're around, if other members of the Candela Obscura are around, he's not as concerned about it. But it's usually he's got also his sleeves rolled up like this, and so the damage is visible. But he set you up with a small pile of ammunition and some targets of various kinds, and some of them are painted blue, some are green, and some are red. And so I just wanted to run through a concept he'd had where he's like, in case you wind up using this handgun in combat, I expected you were more keen to fight, but in case it comes up, I was thinking blue were the small, anything not too dangerous. Green, more dangerous. Red, big problem. So in case we're in a fight and I see something that's probably going to be needing taking care of, and you happen to have a weapon, I might say, red, it would be a good idea in that circumstance that we focus on the big target, right? Small ones, if I say blue, let's focus on the small ones, okay? So why don't you get yourself familiarized with these, and I'll be on hand, okay?
Okay, I think that makes sense. Okay, so red is for the big ones, and blue is for the small
Yes.
ones. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, keep going.
In my experience, also, there's the blue pill is usually for the small ones. So this kind of tracks. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Well, that's good. We're already working from a good starting point. So why don't you work your way through the blues and then the greens and the reds, and I'll be watching. Remember the things I was telling you about: how to stand, how to breathe. It might kick a little too.
Steve, could you give me a focus roll?
Okay.
Focus or control?
I have one dice on control.
How much do you have in focus?
None. No, wait. Focus
None?
also,
Take
I have
control.
one actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
roll
I just roll
control.
1d6, right?
Yeah,
Can
just roll
I-
1d6.
Can I give him a drive?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think, maybe two, because I've given you advice on how to shoot. I've tried to describe all the things you can do to set yourself up to feel some success. He wants to get someone in the same mindset that he has, which is the only thing you can trust is something you can hold in your hand. So he's maybe projecting a little onto you, where he's like, do what I do. That might be what you're picking up here. So he's pretty keen to get you shooting and comfortable with the gun, but
I think you can only give one drive at a time, though. I don't think you can.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
So just one.
Okay.
It's that multiple people can give you drives, is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to give him a drive for this roll?
Mhm.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2d6 and let me know what you get.
It's a 5 and a 3.
5 and a 3. So you actually do pretty well. Like most of the shots, when Harry calls them, you're able to kind of pivot and focus, and you realize that this is a little bit less about like rough and tumble getting in the middle of things and just more about focusing and concentrating, which is something you already kind of knew how to do.
And he'll kind of try to encourage you to keep shooting those targets for a bit.
What were you
Yeah,
gonna
I
say,
think Celine, like for the first time in a very long time, feels like he's in control of a thing that he's not usually in control of, and it's very much a situation where it's like just the weight of the gun doesn't feel as heavy as it did in the beginning, and he's every time he takes a shot, he's like blue, green, red. He's like trying to remember the words while also doing his best to ensure that he's following Harry's instructions.
Yeah, and there's like advice about reloading too. Steady hands, measured movements, to develop muscle memory, kind of all that stuff.
while you're looking on pridefully and your student is getting the hang of that, where do you slip off to and why?
Yeah, so yeah, Harry kind of he's thinking about maybe a long time having been with Candela, frustrations that have started to build in his mind, the people that are basically shoveled into the fires to keep the world safe, these brave investigators who are collapsing and suffering under the weight of these scars they take, the things he's seen, the people we've lost. So kind of he's got a weight in his trench coat that he's always wearing in the left breast pocket, and he kind of taps that and slips away between kind of a gap in an alley, because I assume we're at the firing range, so I guess slips out to the street and kind of gets to a stall that's nearby for a fence pin seller, a merchant stall, little cart, I guess.
Yeah.
And so he's going to approach and browse the man's fence pins and look for one that he feels represents this new friend, maybe protege, this person he wants to teach the ropes, help survive. And he's gonna find a fence pin, point it out, and ask the merchant, like, I get this one engraved with a friend's name, please.
Absolutely. And he takes down the name, and he's like, he's got like a little engraving machine on the side, and and he goes over and does it right there for you.
Yeah, and Harry's gonna reach into his breast pocket and take out this kind of cigarette case and crack it open, and it's got 5 others? Mm-hmm. There's one that says Sienna. There's one that says Tomas. Sorry, pardon me. Enrique. There's one that says
Kalki.
Yeah, well, Kalki's is special. It's been hand carved by Harry.
Agatha.
And then there's Agatha as well, and that one's the oldest. And so when he receives this engraved pin that says Salim on it, he adds that to the case, and he closes it and he puts it back in his breast pocket. He pays the man and returns to it as quietly as he can. Hopefully wasn't noticed slipping away.
May I add something?
Yes, please do.
Right before you get handed Salim's pin, your eyes just hover over one of the pins of Araf.
Yeah, young Mr. Patel.
And you look at young Mr. Patel's pin, and he lingers on there, and then suddenly you're kind of interrupted from your thoughts as Salim's is handed over to you. Thank you so much for your business, Lieutenant Griffin.
I always appreciate that someone like you is available. I just wish we didn't need these things, but still, I'm grateful.
Well, I'm deeply appreciative of your business. You've been coming to me since the end of the war, and you've been spreading the word to other people, and just thank you so much. And
there's always more people to protect.
Yeah.
And with the thought of Master Patel, and how I assume we don't know, he left Candela Obscura as well and went to a normal life. He didn't want this life. He moved out of it.
You're not really sure what happened to him. He stuck around for a little while, and then he decided to go back to school.
Okay, well, just in case, because these are just in case, I am going to find the nearest graveyard fence post, and I am going to nail his in. I don't see him anymore, but I want him to be safe. So Just in case. Because it's
case.
opening the case. I haven't looked at it in months, and suddenly was like, I don't know how he's doing, but I want it to be well. So I'll make a note of doing that as soon as I can, and then quietly return.
So the two of you end up having a pretty fine afternoon doing target practice, where the bells of the Ascendancy Cathedral starts ringing, signaling that it is noon. And you realize, Harry, that you have an appointment at Saint. Hold on, I got it right here. You have an appointment at St. Michael's house for your shell shock treatment that you have been getting, which is being paid for by the government, of course.
Oh, they stepped up finally.
Yes,
Amazing.
yes. There's been a recent program. Some legislation was passed that all members of the military that are exhibiting symptoms of shell shock are receiving fully government-funded treatment at St. Michael's house for shell shock.
The Father smiles upon us. What a truly miraculous moment.
Yes. So I will say that because your doctor, Dr. Josephine Withers,
Let me add her to
Dr. Josephine Withers, your therapist, has said that you should have someone drive you because the therapy is very intensive. Salim, like, you are given the keys to the car, essentially, to drive Harry to his appointment.
Well, I think if Salim feels it, so I think that Harry was like bristled. He did like the and got upset about this. You can't drive yourself thing, and so he was probably superseded. And I was like, Salim has been assigned by the
Don Agosto has been like, make sure that he can drive there. He cannot drive back. Like the lightkeeper was like, I need you to do this for me. So
I guess I'll return and say, well, you've done fantastic work. How are we feeling on the, like, half of them were first shot hit, or what were you feeling on these attempts here? Looks like you've been doing pretty well. I see some of these things are shattered and broken. So how do you feel about it all? Target practice, I mean.
Salim looks over at him and barely pays attention while still continuing to shoot. And once he finishes his magazine, he removes it and replaces it with like an empty whatever, puts it down the way he's been taught, and then looks over at Harry and is like, I feel incredible. I can win. I feel great. I can do this. Almost as if he's possessed by something before takes a breath. And
I'm gonna clap a hand on your shoulder and say, it's the noise, it's the kick, right? It's a violent tool. It's not subtle. It's not a hammer. It's a lot.
Yeah, I didn't expect the kick in the beginning, and I'm pretty sure my shoulder is gonna hurt in the morning. But I think for now, this was great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well,
I don't know what I can teach you, but if you want to learn how to pick pockets, I guess I can help with that.
It's actually a very important skill, I think. I don't know if I have the dexterity for it. Actually, I've got pretty quick fingers, according to my stat sheet. Yeah, I think we could probably spend some time learning that too. The gun is yours to hang on to, but you have to promise me that it's only for, the most dire of circumstances. Because even the noise it creates, we're very much provoking, in a sense, the what are the cops called again? They're the
Oh, yeah. Hold on a
Pigs?
second.
Yeah,
No, only the periphery.
It
Yeah.
starts with a P. Yeah, we're basically provoking the periphery. If you're going to fire it at any point,
Yeah.
prioritize it a dangerous enemy you cannot talk down. You said your best skill is talking. I think that's still the best skill. Once you draw this, you lose all other options. But as soon as you fire it, not only is it going to create an effect, also you're going to draw the periphery. And they love to jail people. And if you're caught with one of those, use it when you must. But we should get going. We've got plenty of work to do. Or we've got an afternoon to... We've got things to do.
So it is a relatively calm drive through the city. You end up pulling into the massive hospice/hospital building of St. Michael's, where there's like plenty of cars and bicycles and carriages and such parked outside. We have established that this is a little bit more of a modern new fair in terms of trains and automobiles, a little bit more 1920, 1930s than 1901, but you know. You arrive in the waiting room, and you are offered a comfortable seat. This place is arranged less like a hospital and more like I don't want to say hotel. It's a little bit more like a high-end hostel, essentially. It's very nice. There's fresh flowers in the vase. There's comfortable seats for people to sit in the waiting room. Everything is clean. Everything is done in whites and blues and very calming colors. The hallways are painted, whites and pale blues, but it doesn't feel like a sanitarium, essentially. It just feels a little bit more like a second home that just happens to have everything needed for medical care.
Harry lives in South Soffit, so he is not living high in life. And so he does not sit on these comfortable, soft cushions. He is an old soldier, so he stands leaning against the wall at best. So he's arms are crossed a lot too. He's kind of skeptical about the whole thing, but he's here.
You see Dr. Withers steps out. She is an older Borinke woman with sun-kissed brown skin, dark brown eyes, thick black hair pulled back into a bun. She is wearing like your classic white doctor's overcoat. And underneath she has like an incredibly like comfortable button-up blouse and trousers with a very practical belt, wearing some very practical shoes. And just very like not a lot of makeup, just like some simple like a chunky hoop on the earrings, and enters and is like, Lieutenant, as she speaks with sort of the clipped phrase of an obvious military veteran.
Ma'am.
All right, are we ready for our treatment for today?
I suppose so.
All right, if you would follow me. Salim, you're more than welcome to stay here. We'll have some refreshments brought out for you, and as soon as the lieutenant's appointment is done, we will wheel him out and let you know. All right?
Okay, yeah, sure. Just take care of him, okay? He may look rough on the outside, but he's a delicate flower, and I mean that in the best possible way. Don't hurt my friend. And he just pats Harry on the back, and yeah.
Careful, you're going to break something. I'm just a little flower.
All right, delicate flower. Let's go. So For you, Harry, this treatment is a bit of talk therapy. She asks pointed questions. There are these weird, well, not weird to you. There are these little like electrodes that are put on the side of your temples.
Ooh.
And there is, and she kind of breaks down that what they're doing is they're doing a low, there's a low impact electrical wave pulse, very light, and she'll even show you the numbers that will be going through your brain while you were talking about these things to help adjust the brain chemistry so that you are able to function better.
He's alarmed by the use of electricity on him. That would be that because
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention his dog is here, but with Salim.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, you've been doing these. The electricity thing is not every session. It's like, maybe like once every few months. And you have been feeling better, even though you find it unusual. And you're going through like a standard session. You're talking through things. And at a certain point, you're kind of given like some rest time, where they take the electrodes out and get you some water, and then you take like usually about like a 20 to 30 minute nap where they just sort of let you like relax and sleep and like have some mindfulness like at the end of a session.
Yeah, and they certainly do have to try to calm him down because during it, they're like, it's fine, really. And he just, heart rate and everything remains elevated. He is in a stress response, but he is not like melting down, but he's like, I'm tolerating this.
Yeah.
It's not like this is something great for him. He's definitely worried.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they say.
Yeah. And you are, after your session, you are resting, right? You're having your kind of quiet moment and you're resting and you kind of drift away. Harry, what do you dream about? After months and months of therapy, after, your brain has kind of been hit with these electric waves to kind of, get yourself leveled out, what do you dream about, at least today?
I think he dreams about Madame Kalki. It was like a toss-up between a bunch of different things. He thinks for a little while of Professor Enrique, and that their relationship has this camaraderie to it. He thinks about Sienna, worry, and he thinks about the war. And so there's some things there like pits that pull his attention, but he tries to steer and keep it on the road. And he thinks of something that's normally quite positive. It's generally just positive, as Madame Kalki. So she catches he lets his mind go there when he's touching on different ideas, different pools of thought. He's like, this is a good one. It's relaxing. So he thinks of Madame Kalki.
We're going to pivot over to Salim. You're in this waiting area. They bring you tea. They bring you some baked goods. You're just kind of waiting while you're in here. There's these big windows that let a lot of sunlight into the room. And you hear the rumble of thunder. The temperature drops. outside, it suddenly just gets dark. You smell
Petrichor?
petrichor. Yeah, the strong scent of petrichor. And you hear the of raindrops falling as suddenly it becomes dark as night outside. And then you hear the loud shattering of glass.
Is it coming from where Harry is, or is it from outside?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Immediately get up. What is the dog's name again? Sorry.
Old guy.
Old guy.
Okay, okay. So I slap my thighs and I get up and like, all right, Kai, go find Dad. And I don't know if that's a thing that Harry has taught him or Salim has taught him, but he's just gonna make a beeline straight for where Harry is, and I'm following right behind him.
You start heading over, and as you kind of like go through, like there's like a swinging door, right, that gets you to like the back area where the different treatment areas are. You're following old guy, and old guy goes down like 2 doors to like the second door on the left, which he's just kind of scratching at the door, and then he puts his full weight on it and it just opens. All of the lights just are like flickering, flickering. Like it is just dark, and you just see like murky shadows all around. And you hear like heavy footfalls, like from down the hallway in one of the rooms, the third door to the right. What do you do in this moment?
I'm assuming that that's where Harry is, so I'm gonna rush towards the door.
No. Harry is in the second door on the left. Because
The dog
that's where
found
old guy's
me.
going.
Yeah, the dog found me, but something's up the hall.
Something is
I
further
don't
down
care
the
what's
hall.
happening there. For me, the priority is Harry right now. So I'm gonna knock and I'm gonna enter really quick. Harry, there's a thing happening outside with stuff. I didn't want to pull the gun out yet, but are you okay? Are you good? Are you asleep? Wake up, Harry.
Harry, you are half asleep. You're groggy. You can kind of hear him echoey, like distantly.
Dog licks my face probably too.
But yeah, you're starting to wake up, but it's like you were like in a fog.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's bloody.
I'm gonna find a glass of water and throw it at his face. Wake up.
When you splash the water on the face, you like wake up, and then you both hear a blood-curdling woman's scream.
Weapons out. And I reach into my coat and I pull my gun. And I get out of the bed.
It's at that point your legs just kind of give out underneath, and you realize like you just feel so out of sorts. Like you do not feel like in fighting form. You glance at the clock and you realize you've only been out for like 15 minutes, and it usually
brain
takes you 30 to fully recover.
Salim, this is a great time to put your training to test. Give me your shoulder.
Okay, I'm gonna reach forward, try to lift him up, put him back in the chair or wherever he was sitting.
Yeah,
no, we're getting out of here. We're getting up and we're getting to the door. We need to find out what's here.
Are you sure? Do you just want to
arm over your shoulder? I'm going to be leaning on you. We can't be sitting here. Whatever's going on, it needs either our attending or our fleeing. Out in the hall. Let's go.
You hear as you get him up, no roll, not at all. You're heading towards the door.
Can we look for a wheelchair really quick? Is there a wheelchair in the room or around?
Yes, there is. There is a wheelchair in the room that you can.
I don't want a bloody wheelchair.
Okay, listen. If we have to run, it's easier for me to push you than to carry you, right?
Fine. And I'll sit in it and like out in the hallway.
I'm gonna put the dog in his lap so he doesn't move, and then I'm gonna push him out.
He's fine. Let's go.
The
dog
guys,
is big. It's not like a huge dog, but it's like,
yeah. As the two of you are arguing back and forth about this, you hear a loud crash outside, and just an inhuman roar.
Okay, Harry, I think that's definitely a run voice, not a investigate sound, right?
that's one of what we trained for. I'm gonna have the gun, and make sure I put on my trench coat, which has
Absolutely.
the protecting.
You guys head out into the hallway, and immediately old guy just starts barking. A mixture of like protectiveness and fear. As when you get out into the hallway, you see this 8-foot tall black ichor covered creature with long spindly arms and long fingers that end in points. Its snout looks vaguely canine like, and it has no eyes.
Red target. Full reverse. Get us out of here.
All right, so you're just pushing away.
I'm
This problem is here.
I think I'm going to lock eyes or like look at the thing, vaguely hear what Harry's saying, and just push him the way that I came out. I don't think we're fighting or anything, right?
No, that's up to you. Give me a move roll.
Oh,
and this is high stakes.
I think I have some things that might help with this. High stakes roll. A member of your circle. I'm going to spend drive if you need it to help with this move roll. And I'm going to use in this together, which is our circle ability that we took. If you fail the roll, at least we'll both get a drive back.
Yes. All right. Are you ready to roll, Steve?
Can I also use a drive, or I can also use it?
Yeah, for yourself. Okay, yeah.
So I think is personal drive use uncapped, or was it just you can only use one?
You can only use one.
Okay,
I believe.
And one thing I was going to suggest.
What did you roll?
2 3s, a 2, and a 1.
Well, at least we get our drives back.
You get your drives back. So you're pushing this wheelchair, and then as you're making the way out, oh God, what was it? 2 3s, like no 4s, no 5s, no 6s.
3 1 2.
Okay.
That's it.
You move too fast, and then you realize you forgot to unlock the wheelchair.
Oh no!
And then you both crash and smash as you are completely horrified by this creature, and you both take a body from falling and colliding and sprawling into the ground. And Steve, you take a brain by the vision of like this horrifying creature.
I'm absolutely horrified because this looks like my ex.
I'd like to slap his leg because I'm on the floor and say, "Your gun!" And I'm gonna have mine. I'm gonna say, "Drag me out of here!" And I'm gonna see if he'll give me his, and then I'll be shooting as he pulls me backwards.
Oh my God!
That is so cool. Yes. Without even thinking, you have the gun. I'm grabbing your coat, and I'm
you're just like dragging him away. All right, Harry, I need you to give me
and I will free to
control roll.
If it's on us, leave me. And then I'm going to make my control roll. I have gilded control, and I have 2 dots in it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that means how many dice? I'm trying to remember how to pull a pool together.
So it is the ability plus whatever drives you spend, or additional abilities you get from. And this is high stakes because this creature is
Great. I have
No
the thing
joke.
that's when you're making a ranged attack with a weapon, you may spend 1 nerve to steady your aim before shooting and add 2 dice to your next shot on this target.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm going to spend a nerve.
Okay.
Then also when you're making a high stakes roll, you may take a brain mark to make any nerve you spend worth 2 instead of 1. So that turns into 4.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to take a brain mark and I'm going to add 4 to my pool. So I'm maxing out at 6.
Okay. You are opening fire. Make the roll.
And it's 5 regular d6s plus a 6th gilded die, right? Wish me luck.
This is going to be wild.
We've got 2 6s. Is that a critical?
That is a critical success. Absolutely. Yes. What did you get?
Old man with a gun. My gilded is a 4. So it's good, but it's not the 6s. There's got to take those doubles. We got to make this thing not move.
All right. Lieutenant, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. First question. What buried traumatic memory from the war do you bring back to the surface when you take that brain?
A joke that I heard once. Is it fair to say we encountered one of these in the war? It's one of those things I pushed down. Seeing as how I was just getting shell shock treatment and we're trying to unpack some buried memories, this one's a fresh one.
We're telling a story, absolutely.
I've seen this type of monster before. Is this a unique monster or a type of monster?
This is unique.
Okay. Is it possible I saw this before, or is it not possible? Okay.
Yes.
Then I'll establish that I saw this before. And someone who is long dead said to me, as we reacted to seeing it, and it turned to look at us, and he said, "Wait for the whites of its eyes," and it has no eyes. And so we were like, we just started shooting, obviously, but like that was just part of like the weird trench humor.
Yeah, you hear, "Wait for the whites of its eyes." You go in, you start aiming, boom, boom, boom,
and it pulls me out of the shock of seeing this thing again.
Just start firing at this creature, and the first shot launches it back. The second shot further launches it back. You continue firing on it as your young protege is pulling you back down the hallway, and the thing ends up getting screaming out and just like crawling on the walls and rushing and running away from you and the rain of fire that you have put down on it. And the double doors,
fire both guns until they're
the double doors go through and you are out in the lobby area where there is another wheelchair that you can drag him onto. What are the 2 of you doing? The creature is out of sight.
I begin reloading. And it's that measured thing, and I'm like, "Help me up. Get me in that bloody chair."
What about you, Salim? What are you doing?
I'm dragging him to the wheelchair, making sure it's unlocked this time, and I'm going to keep pushing.
The 2 of you burst out of the exit, and you immediately are in the midst of a rainstorm. Sheets and sheets of rain pouring down, and you're not sure, but you may or may not be hearing muffled screams coming from inside of the hospice as you make your way to the car.
My bleed detector is here, which is my dog. Is it detecting bleed?
Yes, he is barking.
He's got a specific thing he does. It's like trying to clean off his nose.
He's like wiping it off. Yeah. There's definitely bleed here.
Even outside? Is that what you're saying?
You don't know. It's starting to it seems to be emanating from the building.
Okay, no, I'm trying to figure out if the rain is a result of the bleed or if that's a separate thing.
You don't know.
Harry, how how are you doing? Do we
can't
go
walk.
in? Do we help or do we leave?
It's a triage situation. Do we see any starts with a P, any pigs around?
Oh,
Is anyone rushing towards this problem?
no.
First responders.
No, there doesn't appear to be, like, it's like nobody was able. I will say this: whatever power was going to this building is all out. Like, and this is something you've encountered before with creatures of the flare. They have a tendency to suppress electricity.
Is there a phone
with
booth
their
nearby?
presence. Phones are rare.
A phone booth,
But also
like a
power.
telephone pole
Phones
thing,
are
right?
rare.
Okay, cool.
What's more common is
More, what is it?
telegraphs, or oh my gosh, where's my brain?
Telegram.
Telegrams are more common, like telegrams and letters. Telephones are rare, like super rare, like so rare they're seen as magical in this version
Okay,
of
fair.
it.
So there is no way to contact the pigs if we need to, like a SOS message.
No, there's bells. There's like guard watch, like old school guard watch bells that you guys can like pull for in case of emergencies. You guys go, you pull one of the nearby watch bells, and members of the periphery, within a few minutes, like arrive. They're in their officers' uniforms, and they're like, "Is everything okay, citizens?"
What indicates to me, if anything, that something strange with their response? Because do they hear screaming? Do they seem at all worried about the lights out, or are they like?
They look concerned, right? But they also look waterlogged because it seems like this storm just hit. If that makes sense, and also like you can barely hear the screams over the sound of the rain and the thunder.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna direct them. There's an attack on the hospital.
Oh, should we call the special? And they kind of murmur out a name. Hold on, give me
Yeah,
one
there's
moment.
a name for a group that is it the Office of Unexpected Phenomena, OUP?
Yes, they're just like, oh, should we call the OUP?
Absolutely, and do it sooner.
As one of them like glances at your. Do either of you have your Candela pin out, or do you have it hidden?
I think I have it. I'm generally in practice of hiding it. I think I said I had it under like a lapel.
Okay, all right.
But I can flash that. If he looks confused, I'm like, it's important.
Oh, should we call the OUP?
Yes. And get in there. There's people in danger.
Okay. And they like immediately head in, and you could hear kind of a muffled, "Oh my god!" like, and gunshots being fired.
It's something.
Two of them went in, and another two went to go get the OUP. Do you stay and wait for the OUP to show up, or do you go back to the chapter house?
Look at Salim and see what he thinks about whether he's capable of going back in there or not.
I think Salim does want to go in, but also he doesn't want to have a conversation or like get spotted by the OUP because he has history with them. So he's kind of a little bit, fuck it. You know what? Helping people is the priority here. So I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna. Also,
Perry's still out of commission,
exactly.
at least for another 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think that is the priority. That Harry is the priority right now. The pigs and the OUP can help with help the civilians if that's the thing. He's gonna. So Harry, I think we should get you back to the lighthouse.
I'm not totally broken. I can still get in there and help people. We've got people dying in there.
True.
If you want to go, we can go. And I'm not going to be angry with you, but this bloody treatment, My bloody legs don't work anymore, so.
Okay, fuck it. We
There isn't any feeling, or the full feeling of your legs and your body doesn't come back until the car pulls up to the Ivory Mask. And you're a little thrown off as you notice that there's a light on in Don Agosto's office. And normally, there isn't a light on in Don Agosto's office.
It's just as
Unless
well we'd be rousing him.
until a full meeting is called.
I have to report this. Let's get inside. Bloody legs barely work, but I think I can walk on my own power.
The two of you, having escaped St. Michael's, head once again into the Ivory Mask. And with this, I would like to call to the table, with the exception of one of us, but their character will be there, the entirety of the circle of Hither and Yon. Steve, you bring us all in?
we're here.
All right. Yeah, well, hold on. I'm looking. All right. Here we all are. As you, Salim and Harry, walk in, waterlogged, and for lack of a better term, Harry, you are surprised as you enter the office, and there, all dressed in a various manner of travel clothes, as if they had all just come in that day, is Sienna, Atticus, Agatha, Kalki, and Enrique.
Harry, for a second. Oh, don't forget everyone to turn on your captions and unmute. But Harry, for a second, just to backtrack to when we got out of the car, too, he's like, right, shell shock. Young man, are you okay? You just dealt with a lot. Are you okay? To Salim.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I'm good. We are thriving. Well, that's probably not the right word to say when people just died. But, I'm fine. Yeah, everything's fine. The dog's fine. You're fine. You can walk now. I can walk now. Well, I mean, I could earlier also. But and he just starts rambling because he's not sure what the fuck just happened. So, yeah.
You make your way into the Ivory Mask. There are people drinking, partying in the main tavern room. There is a crooner on stage singing his heart out. People are having a good time. The bartender is like, your usual, oh, sorry, boss, to Harry.
He's sometimes slouchy and kind of detective-y, but when there's combat and adrenaline hits him, his back is straight and he walks and he just
you make your way to the back, head up the stairs, going, your feet squishing into the lush red carpet of the upper floors.
Mud into the
tracking mud in, and
coats dripping onto the ground.
Various people are peeking their head out of the doors of the private rooms in various states of half dress, peeking out curiously and then shrugging and shutting the doors until finally you find yourself in Don Agosto's office. He's there wearing his nice, comfortable white collared shirt, which he has the sleeves rolled up to his elbows, a comfortable pair of suspenders, slacks, and his dark curly hair slightly combed to the side, and he's standing there pouring a scotch, various glasses of scotch for the assembled circle, which you, Harry, had believed to have been scattered.
I jumped to my feet and I ran over and I gave Harry a quick hug. I was like, I thank the mother.
He's soaked and he's still reacting, so he just kind of pats you on the back and says,
Thank the
"There's
mother.
been a development.
I know, I saw it.
Yeah, it might be catching you up, but you might already all know."
What are we talking about here? Hail, man. And
St.
good
Michael's
old pat
has
in the
been
back.
attacked. Yeah, like St. Michael's was attacked by some sort of eyeless shadow monster.
With the tentacles coming out of its mouth, right?
You didn't see that.
No,
No, wait, yes, you did. I'm sorry. Yes,
never
That's
mind.
hard
Yes,
to
I saw
miss.
that. I saw it before. I put a bunch of bullets into it. I'm not sure if we got out of there. I can barely use my legs. Bloody shell shock treatment.
Did we all see it?
I did.
I saw it in a vision or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what it was.
I saw it
but
in a vision.
Visions.
I'm telling you,
Shut
both of you,
up.
Enrique and Sienna, nothing has disturbed Mr. Ballard.
You don't mind though if I check and not take that on absolute faith, do you?
Absolutely not, especially given the circumstances.
Great.
There was
Harry.
also a lot of bleed. I heard screams inside the hospital. We were forced to retreat. My bloody legs don't work, and I don't know how many monsters were in there. We called the bloody pigs, and it's all we could do. OUP were going to show up too. It's an
What happened to your
uncontained
legs?
situation.
Uh,
Bloody shell shock treatment.
very quiet presence just walks up. Do I sense bleed on him?
No. You have a feeling that whatever wards that. No, wait. Did you take a bleed? You guys didn't take bleed. You took a.
I took a brain.
You
I
took a
think
brain.
he took a body.
Yeah. You
I took
sense.
everything.
Yeah, you sense a trace of bleed on him, but
Right.
you have a feeling that whatever bleed was on him has been shredded by Don Augusto's wards.
Would the brain that I have taken, would that have gone over the course of the journey to New Fair?
No,
No? Okay.
no,
Okay.
because it's part of this
Safe.
arc.
Okay.
Fudge.
Oh, hello. I waved to the new person and I say, oh, hello.
This is Salim. He's joined Candela recently.
Oh, I shake his hand.
Sadiq.
I'm Sienna.
Yeah, let
Welcome
me
to
guess.
the
Let me guess. Posh accent, weird stuff happening. You're Sienna. Yeah, Harry talks about you all the time. Hi.
Oh, wonderful. And welcome to the Shite Show.
Well, I don't
It's
know
good
how
to
much of
see
it.
you.
What is his father's surname?
When you see Salim,
Uh-huh.
he looks like dead to rights. He looks exactly like your friend that died.
Amar, what? What is his surname?
Harry will confirm Shady.
It
Problem.
Yeah, or I should say, Shadi. Did you pronounce it Shadi?
Yeah, I wasn't sure how you were doing it. I was going to say Shadi or something, but
Oh, it is Shady. So the
Shady?
thing is that Shady is not his real name, right? That was the vibe. It's a performer name.
That's
So-
Yeah,
what.
got
so
you.
that is what I was asking for. What his dad's name was.
Sadi is like
Sadiq.
Sadii or I.
No, it's SALIM.
That's
no.
your dad.
That's your
Oh.
name.
That's your
That's
name.
your name.
I
We're
don't
talking
know
about your
what's
father's
happening.
name.
Yeah, your father's
asking about
name.
your father's name. But
Yeah.
maybe you're not revealing that because it's you
Yeah.
got a thing going on.
but like he looks
Yeah.
exactly like Amar.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
Amar was young.
I don't say it immediately. I'm waiting for him to guess if he recognizes you, because technically, yeah, I would have been hanging around until like 5 years ago. You would have definitely seen me around. Yeah.
You know,
Oh.
I will say this. You do recognize Kalki.
I think Salim
Like you
looks at
don't.
her, his eyes widen with like a flash of recognition, and he looks at her, he stares at her, and this is just looks away without acknowledging her at all. Just like, fuck, dude, there is no way I'm looking at someone from my past right now. Fuck that noise. I don't have the brain cells for this. Hopefully she doesn't remember me. That's his internal monologue. Right?
I got you.
He just looks at the
So
others and like, hello, I have gun thing. Harry's been. I don't know what's happening. What?
We've all been there.
No, what do you mean by you saw the thing? Were you there?
Not quite. More like I had a vision. And I guess Enrique, you had it. You had the vision too.
Something like that. It was mostly Lourdes that had it and
Oh
found a way to
shit.
share it with me.
Oh dear.
hmm.
Oh, I was. Oh dear. Oh dear. Is Lourdes okay?
Lourdes is doing as good as she can. She had a bit of a rough experience with the vision, as well as something that went on. I'm going to tell you later.
Don Enrique. Oh God. Don Augusto, let me in right now. I'm going in.
All right. He
Bye.
gets up immediately with like no argument. Goes over to the mirror. Makes the, kind of draws out on the surface of the mirror the symbol of Candela. Puts his hand on it. It glows, and the mirror turns liquid.
I walk right through, brisk, efficient, and I'm pulling out the gem and just rolling it into my hands.
I guess meanwhile, it's what I'm going to need
We
to
are
be
waiting
caught up.
outside.
We've got problems in the city. What are we doing right now about that? I guess it's not really for us. It's OUP. We don't get in their way when they get involved.
Did you get to kill the thing?
I think I did. It was a couple of good shots, but I wouldn't really know for sure if I did or not. It fled. It was bleeding. I'm not sure.
And there are
Hmm.
other problems that are abound as well.
Yes.
And Agatha and I returning from Ispathpur early because we were accosted by that blackguard from the Red Hands who we took down earlier, Mr. Oscar Wright,
Isn't he
who
dead?
What?
Augustus
What Atticus says? I thought
had. Yes,
I killed him.
so you said, young Atticus, but clearly he has returned somehow, and he had accosted myself and Agatha when we were there, and then she will turn to you.
So,
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Salim Beta, do you recognize me by any chance?
Fuck. That's the first, like, just out loud. Just fuck.
That's beautiful.
He just looks at her and is like, wait, shit, sorry. Yes, hi. Hello. I am not a beta anymore. I'm not a child anymore. So just Salim is fine. You know?
That is up to me to decide, young man. But before anything else, I will need you to sit down, please. I ask that you join me at this on this sofa here. I have a piece of information that you need to know.
I'm also going to go pour him a bourbon because the poor man's been shaken to his core.
Oh, would you prefer to wait until Mr. Griffith procured you your glass of liquid courage? and then I tell you all of it.
He might need it for both things.
I see.
Could you bring me one as well, please?
Absolutely. Donegal still plays bartender.
Oh, I was like, what am I?
With the help of Harry and Don Augusto continue to play bartender and get
I take care
everyone
of
their
yeah.
drinks. And they were like, I'm going to see this. I'm going
I
to
just have one question. Who gets me my whiskey?
Oh, well, if
Get
you
you your
want,
whiskey?
I will be fetching you your whiskey. But
Oh,
Yes.
you hear
Yes.
a yell. You hear a yell from a call from the fourth Ferris that says, "Pour me a double Scotch and."
how does spoken word travel? Does it travel comfortably between dimensions or wherever the force Ferris is? Like, is
what,
it?
You know,
what actually happens is Atticus says, pour Sienna a double. He like repeats that order like exactly.
Yeah, I assume she's gone to see her father. So, yes.
Don Augusto says,
I'll put the drink in
Atticus.
Salim's hand.
Atticus, stay here.
Drinking.
I'm going to see to Sienna.
Oh, do come.
Yeah, I bring over 2 drinks. Salim and
So Kalki, what do you say to Salim on the couch?
I kind of sit down and I pat the sofa next to me. And make sure that he has his drink in his hand, and I will put a hand on his shoulder. Salim, I am sorry that I have to be the one to inform you of this, but your father has passed. He unfortunately died the day before I had to leave Ispatpur. I am sorry. I tried to do everything I could, but he was beyond mortal powers, and I apologize. I can only offer you my condolences, young man.
Wait, you're telling me my dad's dead? Okay, that's great. That's excellent news. Why are you so upset about it? Man was a piece of shit. He kicked me out for no reason. Kicked my brother out shortly after. I spent the last 4.5 years trying to scrape by, get some sort of life together, and now you tell me he's dead? Is there an inheritance? Did he leave us something? Did he leave my brother anything? Because my brother's dead too, most likely. So hey, and he has no kids. So do I at least get some money out of it, or is it just, or did he die penniless like he thought I would?
What do I know of the situation?
You did not realize that he had this contentious of a relationship with his children.
Damn.
Ouch.
I will.
Fucking awesome.
I'll take my hand off his back. Ah, I see. My congratulations, then.
I don't know how close you were with him, but it was a horrible relationship. It's always been a horrible relationship. I think the last time he told me he loved me was the day before I was born. So you know, it's been a while, and I don't think he's ever shown my brother any affection. And at this point, I thought he was dead 4 years ago. So like, you know, or he was dead to me 4 years ago anyway. So it's like I'm not really that upset about it. But how did he die though? Like, was it painful?
How much do I like this kid?
Oh my god. Agatha downs in alcohol.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, as you may see it, he was murdered. And there was something to do with the bleed had definitely occurred, right? That was what I remember.
Yeah.
The chupacabra was the creature
that
was
weird
involved.
dog.
Indeed.
The creature that was being controlled by George.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Chupacabra was
Like,
over there
remember
in
this
Istanbul.
word.
In
All the way,
Ispatpur.
all the way
Yes.
there.
I thought it was a creature from Borinke, wasn't it?
It is. I
It's
don't.
supposed to be. That's right.
And then it was in Newfair, and now it's in all the way over in Istapur.
We know that it is not the mythos that is important or the origin. It is what these damned alchemical transfusions of these powers into objects that allow mortals control over things that they should not have any touch with.
How is it? The ivory mask is here, though. It's secure.
Unless there's another means.
Something else, some sort of ritual could be at hand as well.
It's at this point that you have a flashback, as you remember the conversation that you and Lourdes were having right before she had her vision.
I was about to bring it up, yes.
What do you share with the group?
There was a strange happening as well there in Borinke. Some apparitions started to appear, to raise from the grounds. As soon as we started to notice as well that the red hands came back to Borinke. They are trying to meddle with stuff beyond their comprehension as usual. I wouldn't be surprised if these things are connected in some way or form.
The red hand again. I managed to uncover some evidence that we were being surveilled by some agents of the Red Hand, myself and Sienna, back in Serenity.
When was this?
Recently, within the past 3 months. I didn't have enough proof, but I managed to assemble a dossier. I just assumed they were coming after us because of what I did to Oscar.
I have an out of character question. Did Agatha's connection to the Red Hand become character knowledge, or is that?
I'm pretty sure that Agatha was open about the fact that Oscar was involved.
Yes.
We
She
knew
was
about
planning on telling
Oscar.
us.
We knew about Oscar, yeah.
When we
So that
found
was her point of contact, was Oscar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I forgot that detail. Okay. So she knew him, he died, but he's not dead, and the Red Hand's involved, regardless of whether he is or
Yeah,
isn't.
and Oscar was also the one that sold George the skeleton key, which allowed him to bypass the wards and steal the ivory mask in the first place. Yeah.
When he bamboozled me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
In his bad George moves.
I told you, don't guys named George are bad.
I'm going to pause here for a moment as Sienna makes her way through the Four Pharaohs in this dark, strangely lit by ambient light stone tunnels, and makes her way to the
Downtown.
door that she knows.
I love you, Grayson.
To the door that she knows is her father's cell.
Can I do something first?
Yes.
I would like to sense and see if he's even in there.
Give me a sense roll.
Gladly. Six.
Ooh.
You reach out and you find yourself in a room from when you were a little girl.
Oh, really?
You see him at his desk writing some missive He looks over at you and says, "Well, hello."
Hi. Up for a visit? I'm just outside.
Oh, all right. And then slowly the vision fades. And you find yourself face to face with him as he's staring at you through the bars of the little slit window.
I am holding the amethyst. I'm holding the pendant. So, what you been up to today?
Sitting in these four walls.
Mm-hmm. Been thinking about it much lately? I just got back from Oldun.
Muldoon.
Mm-hmm.
Muldoon.
I saw Grandmother Maeve. She sends her regards.
Oh,
Yeah. So, you were writing a letter when I contacted you. What were you writing?
I don't remember.
Hmm.
I don't remember most things these days.
Maybe I can help you a little bit with that. So, I saw something very interesting. I saw a very, very big beastie.
Oh,
Very big.
I know what you saw.
You do, don't you?
It's the thing that's coming for me.
Coming for you. Okay. Do you know it?
And he looks at you
Mhm.
deeply, intently in the eyes,
And I'm
and
holding. Got the pendant.
says one word. He's ignoring the pendant.
Good.
He's
What's?
only looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
And the word that he utters, the memory stealer. And with that, we conclude our session.
Oh!
Thank you so much for going on this dark, harrowing, globe spanning journey. We will be back in 2 weeks. And we will be continuing every 2 weeks for 4 sessions. And when we return, we'll be going on a little bit more, dare I say, traditional Candela endeavor, as the
Woo!
circle of Hither and Yon is now
It's
back.
back.
We are
We're-
back.
We are so
Back.
bad.
Baby.
With many, many, many problems, old and new. I
And
have been
Salim Shady.
Yes, I have been Okami. I have been your light keeper. You can find me here every other Sunday running Hither and Yon. You can also catch me over at the House of Dreams. We're going to be launching all manner of fun fundraisers and actual plays in March, and then you also be able to catch me in February running Wander Home for Apochromatic Unlimited's Black History Month charity event, raising money for Lavender Rights Project. And it's going to be really amazing. We're just going to do some outros. I'm going to, everybody, my amazing players and players slash producer, please share your name, your pronouns, and plug one thing that you have coming up soon where people can find you, and then popcorn it to the next person. We're going to start with con mi hermano, Tomás.
Hey!
Buenas, buenas. Hello, my name is Tomas, as I said before. And you can find me like everywhere on the internet at T Jimenez RGM, that's spelled TGIMENEZ RGM. I design games, I do actual plays, I sometimes invite people to play games as well. So just feel free to go in there and follow me to see all my latest stuff. And I'll go ahead and just popcorn it over to Grayson.
Woo!
I'm Grayson. I'm not really social media. I'm not really set up for any games right now, but I get them when I can. I've been your lieutenant, and I'm going to popcorn it over to Kalki.
Woo!
Hello, people of the internet. I have been Adi MK, Fabhi Him, and have been playing Kalki Iyengar. Looking forward to seeing how this Circle of Hither and Yon continues. You can find me at Adi MK at Blue Sky and at YouTube, and look forward to me being part of Black History Month on Epoch Unlimited, where we are going to be. I'm going to be running an outgunned game where the Horn of Africa might be split from the rest of it, and let's see what the heroes see. Yeah. All right, that's me. I shall popcorn it over to Whitney.
Hey everyone, I am Whitney Zahar. Z is a zebra, AHAR, she, her. I have been Sienna Ballad, the medium, with my rather intriguing Celtic accent. And yay! I'm not really on socials, but you can find me playing with these wonderful people on Sundays. And you can also find me every Tuesday on Halfling Wizard Productions playing Monster of the Week with a shenanigans ensue. And actually this week I get to be the keeper, so that'll be fun. And I write books, and I write for Octoberpod AM podcast. You can find several of my episodes on there, and that's me. And last but not least, Steve, it's your turn.
Hello. Hi. I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I run Pantsless tables and other related things. You can find me on Sassy Pants 1986 on Twitch, in Blue Sky, where I do the streamed stuff that is not TTRPG, gaming and things, and also video essays. And if you want to hear me go on a rant about how the world sucks or about how award shows are shit, go check that place out. There's also Pantsless Tables is here. We're doing the thing. This is our second show of the year, third show of the year. So we're a little behind on stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff cooking. We've got Blade in the Dark game coming back in February. We've got the second season of a vampire game coming up. It's not Vampire the Masquerade. It's I Want Your Bite, which is, in my opinion, much better. Tales of Fate is currently, we finished Tales of Fate.
And I'm going to be the vampire. Because people are going
that
to
is true. Adi is going to be the vampire in that game.
Yeah.
We've also got so Tales of Fate 2 ended last night. I'm really sad about it. I got to play a character across 3.5 years, which is wild. I'm very grateful for that. And most importantly, we have merch now. Pantsless Tables merch is available pan-India for now, but we are working to launch merch all over the world, hopefully by the end of this month, if not sooner. Just need to do some last-minute stuff, logistics with international shipping, because it takes a while to get there, plus, insurances and other things to make sure that you get your products to you. But we've got hoodies, we've got dice, we've got shirts, we've got a bunch of other cool things, badges and pins, and I'm also working on a pair of shorts that say fuck pants, but that's for a later drop. But yeah, that's basically all of that. Thank you for watching our show. I'm so excited to be part of season 2, and we've got a bunch of more chaos and vibes coming your way soon.
All right.
Fighting spooky tentacle face monsters. Let's go.
Yeah. See y'all.
Why fight when you can? Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool.
Right. See y'all in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.